Here we go, it's early doors. I'm just about to leave Cornwall to drive up to Plymouth for a meeting. Nobody around at all, brilliant sunny weather, and I'm going to do a quick review on these hard knuckle gloves which I got off the internet. I showed you on the Facebook picture. £22.85 from smartwish.com, and these are those gloves that you see come up as adverts time and time again, and you go, oh, are they any good, are they any good? Well, to be honest, I quite like them. Nice thick palms on them, they've got an extra padded bit there. Touchscreen friendly, they've got leather on the knuckles. They're only a summer glove, although they are waterproof and breathable. It's not carbon fibre or anything like that, but it's hard. It's a hard rubbery knuckle. Vents over the fingers, a velcro fastening to make them tight to your wrist, and you can get them in black. This is green, like an olive drab green, or you can get them in like a sandy deserty type colour. I'm quite pleased with them actually. You know, they are what they are. £22.85 is not a lot of money, but for not a lot of money I think you've got quite a bit of glove there. Anyway, we'll get on, see how we get on. So initial thoughts about these gloves are they're very comfortable. I got these in extra large size and they're just about a good fit for me. The actual large size glove itself is possibly a little bit too small, and normally I use a pair of I think they're BMW gloves that are an all-season glove, but they have a Gore-Tex waterproof fleece lined part of them, and then the other side is like a summer glove, if you can see what I mean. It's like a dual glove, which is very comfortable, but they do get a bit warm, even wearing the summer side of it, which has got vented palms and all the rest of it. So I saw these on the internet, and with the recent spate of sunshine that everyone's now complaining about in the UK, which is really weird. We complain about the rain in the winter, and then we complain about the sun in the summer, which is no pleasing anybody. Anyway, it's cracking weather, roads are dry, have been dry for weeks and weeks, and my hands were getting hotter and hotter, so I thought I'll see what these are like and do a review for all the people who watch RiderCamTV, because I know you've all seen this thing. If you've ever subscribed to any kind of motorbike thing, Facebook's like a disease, isn't it? It's like a virus. Once it's got you, it just sucks you in and check this out, check that out. No matter what privacy things you put on your Facebook page, it just ignores them anyway, which I think is terrible. Facebook, Zuckerberg, switch yourself on and pay attention. So here we are, some gloves. Nice. I have on my handlebars, I've got these I have these grip buddies, which is like a soft neoprene. Makes the handlebar a little bit chunkier and takes the vibration out of the actual bike itself. And I use this because I suffer with vibration. These gloves feel really nice. Now, bizarrely enough, I know it's baking hot, I've just been talking about the weather, but I did try the gloves with the heated grips on. You shouldn't need them in the summer, but I just, as an exercise in whether they will work, and the heated grips work fantastic through these gloves, which is fine because they are only very thin. I've even poured water on them to see if they're waterproof, and yes, they are waterproof. How long they're waterproof for, I don't know, but they're okay. Now, the thing I like them is the very thin leather on the fingers means you can actually feel everything. I can switch the camera on and off properly. You know, quite often you're fumbling around when you're riding the bike. No matter how many pairs of gloves you try on, it's always a compromise, no matter what size the companies say. But on the website for these guys, they just gave you a rough measurement to measure around the circumference of your hand, so from just above your thumb right the way around to your little finger and completely around the hand, and then based on that and the length of your middle finger to your wrist, that's the sort of size glove that you should buy. So I got the extra large, and they're all right. They are all right. I mean, it's a summer glove, definitely. But for £22.85, can't fault that, can you? And if they last a summer season or 2 summer seasons, then I think that's pretty cool. I think it'd be optimistic to think that these gloves are anything more than they actually are. Excuse me there, I've got snorting. They're a very basic glove, but there's obviously some thought gone into it, which is quite refreshing, because quite often you see these kinds of gloves that have been made somewhere in the far eastern part of the world, and they really are just going to fall apart. Now, having an inspection of these gloves close up, the stitching is really good. I think if I go back to my time in the Royal Navy, we had to stitch things up ourselves, it's like double stitched, and the palm that is leather stitched on the palm, if you see what I mean. It's the black area that you can see in the glove here, that's double stitched as well. And there's a nice touch in there as on the palm of the glove that, I'll just get around this corner, I'll hopefully show you. It's nice when you can go into cruise control, isn't it? Anyway, you can't quite see it, but going from my left hand side underneath my little finger across to the centre of the palm is like a split in the black leather that's stitched to the palm of the glove, and that allows it to bend. You know, when you've got your gloves, you always get this big crease just underneath your little finger, which, you know, is probably not going to bother many people, but if you're doing a lot of riding, that becomes a wear point on your glove, and on your hands it gets quite sore sometimes. So that's obviously something that somebody's thought about, which probably means that they paid a bit of attention to when they were making these gloves up. So how do they feel? They're a good fit all the way around. The thumbs and the fingers go right to the very end, which is nice. There's no floppy bits that you have to worry about. So it's touchscreen friendly. I tried it on the iPad, and it is touchscreen friendly. Although why you need a touchscreen, I don't think many bikes have got those at the moment. We got this bike here is a TFT screen, which is very nice. If I hold these gloves up, all kinds of unscientific experiments going on here, but if I hold the glove up and face it towards the wind, I'm not actually getting much breeze there through the hands, but for some reason when I hold them in that position, you can see it against the wind. The gloves are really quite cool, and on the actual fingers you've got this ribbed effect, and I think, as well as having the bendy issue there, and I think that's elastic or part of the leather, that's where the breathable part comes in, and the little black holes that are on the knuckles there. So I like these gloves, I do like them. £22.85 free postage. I like anything that's cheap. But you know what, these gloves, I'm sure if you look around on the internet, you'll find them being made by another being sold, shall we say, by another glove company as something, you know, special. And what I'm trying to say is, with regards to where things are made and how they're manufactured and marketed, I bought a hugger for my bike, looked at Wunderlich and all the ones that were on offer, amazing prices, 187 quid. With just a little bit of research, I managed to find the same factory that was making the Wunderlich ones in Germany. We're actually making exactly the same hugger for 45 quid. So I don't care what you say about buying names and everything, you don't need to do that. So these gloves are probably on offer somewhere. YourSmartWish.com, I think it's called. I'm riding now and guessing what it is. I think it's called YourSmartWish.com. And when I ordered them, it actually took about a week for them to come, and that was really quite refreshing. And when they were being sent, they came through the British Royal Mail system with a tracking number and everything like that. So there's always a bit of a worry when you buy something off the internet just on impulse, whether it's some rubbish, you know, it's not going to arrive or anything like that. But I was quite impressed by this company and how they responded to your order. And after a week, I actually messaged them and said, you know, how much longer will it take? Not because I was desperate for them, just as an indication of how long it would take for them to turn up, and they messaged me back within probably half an hour using Messenger, saying they're on their way, they were posted yesterday, and gave me a breakdown of everything that had gone on with my order. So that's pretty good, because some companies, again, aren't what they say they are. So I was very pleased by these. So that's my quick review on the hard knuckle motorcycle gloves that you see advertised on Facebook by smartwash.com. And if you like the video, I'd like you to give us a big thumbs up, and Toby's probably going to put some wizardry on here with pictures and all that kind of stuff on there. So subscribe to us if you want, please. It's always very important to us. We know that we're actually getting through to people, and we're being honest in our reviews, which people seem to like. And we'll see you soon. Cheers now.